Details of the crucial poll bond hearing on in Supreme Court of India, with the SBI seeking 2 to 3 more weeks to file poll bond data. CGI says, let us dictate an order in the open court. SBI, they're justifying the delay, still collating the data. Let's take a listen.
Full stop. As regards the ECI, we direct that ECI shall compile the information and publish the details in its official website no later than by by 15 March, by 5 p.m. on 15 March 2024. Full stop. During the pendency of the proceedings before the Constitution Bench, ECI had, in compliance with the interim orders passed by this court, filed its statements which have been maintained in the custody of the court. Full stop. Copies of the statements which were filed by ECI before this court would be maintained in the office of the ECI. Full stop. ECI shall publish the details of the information which was supplied to this court in pursuance of the interim orders on its website. Full stop. The miscellaneous application the SBI shall file an affidavit of its chairman and managing director upon compliance with the directions which have been issued above. Stop. While we are not inclined to exercise the contempt jurisdiction at this stage, bearing in mind the application which was submitted for extension of time, we place SBI on notice that this court may be inclined to proceed against it for willful disobedience of the judgment if SBI does not comply with the directions of this court as set out in its judgment dated 15 February 2024 by the timelines indicated in this order. Full stop. The miscellaneous application for extension of time shall accordingly stand dismissed. Contempt petitions shall stand disposed of at this stage in the above terms.
Malad, I just want to say one thing, Malad, because I don't want tomorrow to be again at the end of Mr. Prashant Bhushan's contempt. Your Lordships have said disclose B and disclose C. The directions, we will disclose both of that. That is easy. Correlating the purchase with the beneficiary is not something which we are required to do. Then it's easy.
When my Lord the Chief Justice dictated the order, it is very clear. There is no scope for any confusion in what is dictated in the court.
Lordship.
We are grateful. Lordship, one other diary number, which is the contempt of matter related, diary number 11296. Lordship, please stand. Yes.
Story we are breaking at this hour. The Supreme Court of India has rejected the SBI's plea now, and the scathing indictment of the SBI in the electoral bonds order has demanded this to be furnished by tomorrow. That is the deadline. 12th of March is the deadline. SBI must disclose the details of the electoral bonds by tomorrow. No more delay. Comply by 5 p.m. is what the poll panel has the SBI has been told. The court has rejected the plea. The SBI, Shrishti, was in fact asking for further time till the 30th of June. We understand the court has said that's not going to be allowed. Get us more details. Put this into perspective on how big a setback this is really for the SBI.
Well, yes, it's definitely a very big setback for the State Bank of India because the Supreme Court has refused to grant any relief whatsoever. Not even a 2 days extension or a week extension has been granted by a court to State Bank of India. In very clear terms, very categorically, court has said that very clear directions were issued by the top court last month when they asked SBI to furnish all the electoral bonds information, and the ECI was then subsequently supposed to publish it on its website. Now the court has directed that by tomorrow, March 12th, SBI will have to furnish all the information, and the ECI will then collate the information and publish it on its website by March 15th. So by 12th March, SBI has been directed to comply with Supreme Court's 15th February order. Supreme Court had during the hearing also pulled up the State Bank of India, saying that on 15th Feb last month this order was issued by the Supreme Court, and SBI approached the top court 2 days before the deadline. Now court has also said that SBI's the basic premise on which State Bank of India was seeking an extension was the fact that it will take time to match the donors with the donations and the political party to which the donations have been made. They have the information with them, but just that the information is in two different silos at them.
Consultant editor Rajdeep Sardesai also now joining us on the broadcast. Rajdeep, your reaction to what has just happened in the Supreme Court of India with the SBI saying, give us a deadline up till the 30th of June, give us more time. The court says nothing doing. Your deadline ends tomorrow.
I see it as a huge victory, Sneha, for the public's right to know. Under Article 19, it was very clear that the opaque manner in which electoral bonds were being purchased and then being encashed by political parties, the court has made it very clear that these details are not of the kind that you need 4 months to collate them. Yes, they are in two silos, but the specific details that we asked for, which is the details of who purchased the bonds and who encashed them, are easily available. They are just spread across, according to the court, 23 State Bank of India designated branches, and it would not take more than a day, which they've given till working day tomorrow, for the court for the Election Commission to be provided these details by the State Bank. So yes, it's a huge victory in that sense for the public's right to know just how elections are being, how the electoral bond system is actually working, who are the individuals or corporates who have purchased these bonds, and who are the beneficiaries. So, and with the manner in which the court gave that ruling and that order, saying SBI would be in contempt for willful disobedience if they did not comply with the court's order, clearly the court has taken a very tough line. I expect the opposition to interpret this as a victory for them and suggest that the government has been putting pressure on State Bank of India. But let's be clear, the court did not specifically mention any government or any political party as being as putting pressure on SBI. They've specifically referred to SBI's ability to provide the details that the court had asked for on the 15th of February. So yes, it will be seen as a victory more for the public's right to know.